So let's get started. Welcome everybody. I hope you've had a fantastic week and you're really starting to feel the benefits now of the generative trance. Sometimes it can take a while to kind of get into the flow of going into trance. However, if you persevere, you will find that this process or the process of generative trance does really, really make a difference. And the techniques that I'm taking you through, what I've found in the past is that they help me to drop into myself much quicker. So persevere, you will get there, and you'll find that this whole process just gets easier and easier as the weeks unfold, and you'll be able to simply drop into your own centre whenever you want. It's a great skill to have, especially if you're someone who has a very busy life and it's probably like mine, you're juggling lots of things and it's difficult to kind of switch the mind off. This is a great way to very quickly drop into yourself and begin to switch your mind off. So persevere with it. I've had lots of feedback and I really appreciate that feedback, particularly from last week's session. Lots of nice comments about how people are really starting to feel a connection to their own centre. It's not specifically their words, but connecting within themselves in a way that they haven't done before. So that's absolutely fantastic, and I know that will only grow. And I really do feel with you being able to take advantage of listening to these audios whenever you want, it will help you strengthen that. So that's wonderful. So keep the feedback coming. And also, if there's anything specific that you would like to work on, if you've got anything that's kind of keeping you stuck or holding you back, this is a great opportunity to bring that to the table. So what I'd encourage you to do is to drop me an email and I can have a look at some of the things that you're feeling stuck with or things that are maybe holding you back. And it could be literally anything from maybe a belief that you're holding about yourself, or maybe even it's an illness, something that's kind of stopping you moving forward to your full potential. So feel free to drop me a message, an email. You can get me on Facebook at Newlands Personal Development, or you can email me at avgil2008@hotmail.co.uk, or you can just give me a call. All my details are on my website, which is newlandspersonaldevelopment.com, and you'll have all my details anyway as I send stuff out via your private mailboxes and whatnot. But really, I would encourage you to take advantage of that. Get in touch if there's things that you want to work on. Let's do it. Let's use this time to really get some breakthroughs in areas that have kind of been holding you back. We're coming up to the end of the year, and I run workshops kind of through December into January on how to kind of clear the path and get ready for making a new start into the new year. So let's take advantage of that at this time during these sessions to help you get things aligned and set up so as you can move forward in whatever way it is for you. And we all want to move forward in different ways. So with that said, let's talk about what we're going to be doing tonight. So tonight we're going to be building on what we've set up over the last couple of weeks: the alignment, the centering and setting in our intention, and opening up to resources. But as I mentioned in the mail that I sent out, one of the things that we're going to be doing specifically tonight is taking that intention out into the future. So we're going to be using trance work to basically future orientate the result that we want. And you will connect with that in whatever way feels right for you, or whatever way it looks right for you. But the idea of tonight is that whatever intention you have, maybe a goal or a project you're working on, or just something that you would like to create a new reality around, a different outcome around, we're going to take that out into the future in a different way. So, and I've just had a message from someone, and they have something specific that they want to work on. So, maybe it would be a good idea to kind of set that intention around that specific thing. I'm going to have to check in quickly with this because I want to make sure I've got this right. Yeah, so if it's to do with health, what I would encourage you to do tonight in the trance is, I mean, obviously you want to allow whatever comes up to simply come up, but when you set that intention, set the intention in the positive tense, so focus specifically on what it is you want as opposed to what you don't want. So rather than thinking, oh, I don't want to feel this way, I don't want to be experiencing these headaches, or my energy to be low. I want to have a different experience, and this is how I want that experience to be. So what I would suggest you do is just to give some thought as to what specifically you would want that experience to be. So if, for example, you didn't want to have headaches, or you wanted more energy, or you wanted to feel more connected with yourself, then what I would encourage you to do is to be aligning with the thought of what I want is to feel more connected, to be more energized, whatever that is for you, whatever you think it looks like and feels like and sounds like. One of the things no one can do for you is tell you what that will be like. Only you can decide. What we can do here in trance is sponsor a space to enable you to do that. So simply allow yourself to connect with that intention, and yeah, just allow yourself to go with it, and let's see what comes up for you tonight. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to set our intention, as I say, we're centering a line, and we're going to look at what that intention is, what stops us from achieving that, and notice what comes up, because something might come up, and then focus out and future orientate that. Okay, excellent. So whenever you're ready, and just allow yourself to settle in and settle down in whatever way is right for you. And remember, sorry, I'm getting a question coming in. Oh, they're coming in and going way too quickly. I promise I'll get back to all the questions and stuff. If I don't get back during the call, I will get back to you, either via email, or I'll give you a call or a text or whatever. So where was I? Yeah. So yeah, just kind of find your own way of relaxing into yourself, and as always, I'd encourage you to be in an upright position, so as you don't end up, you've probably had a busy day and you might be feeling a little tired, and if you're lying down and stuff, sometimes you can end up feeling as if you're drifting off. So we want our energy aligned, and we want to be connected to that and grounded, because generative trance is all about being grounded in the moment, being mindful, but bringing in the resources around us so that we can create different outcomes going forward in the future. Okay, so Just get yourself settled and relax in whatever way feels right for you. And it's a cold night out there, so make sure you're nice and warm. Isn't it wonderful that we can sit at home and do this? The joys of technology when it works. So just taking a nice gentle breath in and out, just to settle into yourself for now. Excuse my croaky voice. And all I'd like you to do is just become aware of your breath for now. Just being aware of your gentle breath, breathing in and out. And then whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes. You don't need to wait for me to say. Just do what feels naturally for you. And we're all unique, and we're all different. And you'll have your own way of settling in and settling down. Simply allow yourself to find that place now. And you can listen to the sound of my voice and let that sound help you create the space within you. Relaxing, settling in and settling down in your own way and in your own time. Excellent. So just take a few moments to connect with your intention. What is it that you would like to get out of the session tonight? What is it that you desire? So just take a few moments to formulate that now. And whenever you feel you have a clear intention, stated in the positive, what I want to achieve right now, at this moment and in this time. Maybe it's something specific, or maybe it's just a feeling, a sense. And maybe there is no words for whatever it is, and that's okay too. Just connect in with that sense of knowing that you'd like something. And as you connect in with it, I'd like you just to become aware of a little pebble floating gently at the top of your head. Small pebble. Just simply become aware of it hovering there, gently and easily, as it does. Notice the size and the shape, and maybe the colour. Maybe your pebble has a texture. Is it smooth or rough? Just notice that now. Your pebble. As you sit here relaxing, settling in and settling down. Becoming aware of the pebble again and being completely focused in this moment, in this now, being completely aware and listening to the sound of my voice. My voice will go with you in whatever way it needs to. So as you become aware of your pebble, notice how you can use this pebble as a representation of your intention, your desire, your own symbol for that thing that you would so like to achieve right now. Simply notice it, how it takes on that intent, that connection. Your pebble, symbolic of your intention, of your desire. And you can see it, or feel it, or simply sense what this pebble now represents for you. And if you wish, you can add any other symbol there, anything that can represent your intention. And there's nothing to do in the body except relax now. And there's nothing to cling to in the mind. And a thought is just a thought. They come and they go. Notice any of the thoughts that come into your awareness and allow them to simply dissolve, fade away as you relax now, becoming more relaxed than you were a moment before. Maybe becoming aware now, different parts of your body and how they feel. Maybe you can notice tension leaving from different areas, dissolving, relaxation spreading out through your entire being, your body. Becoming aware of your breath again and noticing how your breath just happens to flow naturally without any conscious effort. And your body knows how to relax, just as you know how to breathe. That's right. Settling in and settling down for this very important journey as you focus your awareness again here in the now and back on your pebble. The reason you're here tonight, your intention, your desire. Become aware of it. And as you become aware of your pebble, become aware of the top of your head and how it can soften too and relax, how it can soften easily. Maybe, like me, you can begin to feel all the tiny muscles on the top of your head, where they meet the tiny hair follicles, just beginning to soften and relax. And as they soften and relax, I'd like you, if you can, to begin to imagine that little space at the very top of your crown. Maybe you'd like to call this your crown chakra. Beginning to open gently and easy. And the more you relax, and the more these muscles soften now, that little space begins to open in readiness, because it already knows that up there, just hovering gently, waiting in time and space, and in this now, is your intention, encased in your pebble, your symbol. So in readiness, that space begins to open, just big enough for that pebble to drop in, dropping in and down to your cognitive mind, your thinking mind. So if you haven't already done so, imagine that pebble dropping in, sense it, feel it and hear it, see it settling in and settling down into the very centre of your thinking mind, that analytical mind that works so hard day in and day out, planning and organising, questioning, checking. And as your pebble drops in, maybe you can begin to feel the stillness of that mind that works so hard. Feel it softening, relaxing too. And that cognitive mind does a very important job. But as your intention drops in to your center of your conscious mind, begin to sense that stillness. See the stillness and hear it. And I just want you to become aware now of your own center in that mind, your conscious mind. And from that place, notice the very base of your skull, where your spine connects, that little bit at the very bottom, where your spine gently connects with your mind. Your mind and body connecting from this point. Just become aware of that and notice your spine. Sense your spine. Feel your spine connecting from this point at the base of your skull and travelling all the way down to your tailbone, the very base of your spine. Notice its length, its shape. And I'd invite you to imagine you can breathe in and down through your own spine, just as if you were breathing in and down and out through a straw. And whenever you're ready, you can take some nice, gentle breaths. And find your own rate and speed. And begin now to breathe in and down through your own spine with your own breath, your own awareness. Breathing in and down. And simply become aware as you do. Becoming aware that as you breathe in and down, your own breath, your own life force, you can make tiny adjustments to all the vertebrae that travel up and down the length of your spine. Noticing any that need to be gently adjusted and centered back into place. Noticing the texture of the spine or the colour, what it must be like to be your spine in your body, travelling the length from your conscious mind all the way down to your tailbone. And I'd like to invite you now, or when you have a real sense of that connection between the spine and your skull, take your awareness back to your pebble, to your intention, to your desire. Take your awareness back now. And I'd invite you to imagine your pebble dropping down into your spine, gently and softly. There's no rush. It will take the time that it needs. And we all do things in our own time, in our own way. So I invite you to find your own way, in your own time, to drop your pebble in and down through your own spine. In and down it goes, into the very centre of your body, your somatic body. Finding its centre, wherever that may be for you. You'll know when it's got there. You'll sense it. You'll see it or you'll feel it. And as your intention settles in and settles down into your somatic body, become aware of your own alignment, your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, centered and aligned, centering and aligning the cognitive mind, the somatic mind, your unconscious mind. And as we center in there, together, this place, I'd like you to take your intention, your pebble, and hold it in your right hand. Just hold it gently in your right hand, as you would hold something that's incredibly precious, something you love dearly, something you cherish. Just hold it there and really get a sense of that intention, its energy, what it means for you. And as you hold it there, I'd like to invite you to ask yourself, what's stopping me now, in this moment, achieving this intention? And there's no need to analyse what comes up. Simply allow it to come into your awareness. Be curious. And notice whatever it is. No judgment, just a curiosity, an interest. Just notice it there. Now that's interesting and a curious thing. And as you connect with that thing that stops you, in this moment, in this now, place that in the opposite hand. And as you have done with your intention, I'd like you to hold that thing that stops you from moving forward, from realizing your intention. I'd like you to hold this with the same love and compassion, the same intent that you're holding your intention, a preciousness, a gift that you're given. Hold them both together. Your yin and your yang. Two opposites. Weaving in and out of each other. And just notice the energy between the two. That's all you need to do. There's no need to do anything else. Simply hold them here, in this place. And as you hold them here, I'd like to invite you to go beyond this place. Go beyond this moment and step out with your awareness into a deeper level of creative consciousness, a creative openness, that quantum field. Go beyond these parts, go beyond these sides, these opposites. Step out into your own creative consciousness. And begin to experience a new connection, a new awareness of these two parts. And what I'd like you to do in this place, in this quantum field of infinite possibilities, I'd like you to simply in your mind just gently repeat to yourself, what I most want to achieve in my life now is. What I most want to achieve in my life now is. And in this quantum field, in this creative unconscious, that level that's much deeper than you were before now, going beyond all things, accessing a deeper resource. Simply repeat that mantra. What I most want to achieve in my life is this. And feel the essence of that intention spreading out into this quantum field, this collective consciousness of infinite possibilities where all things are connected. All energies are interlinked. where your own resources are stored in places unknown, but also in places known but forgotten. And you can tap in here now and reveal the jewels, the knowledge, the wisdom. Maybe it's wisdom from the past, from people and places, old and new. Or maybe it's wisdom and resources from things from the future, beings from the future, imaginary creatures of the most wonderful and magical sort, a mythical journey on landscapes to the moon, where the stars twinkle day and night, and you can see them in this place because you have that inner knowing. What I want most to achieve in my life now, in this infinite place. And as you ask this question and state this statement, I'd like you to invite in any resources you wish, your own guides and mentors, people you admire and connect with. Invite them into your space, your collective consciousness, and ask them, simply ask them to help you on your journey in whatever way they can. And allow them to step forward. Allow them to step forward. As you begin to realize your intention, maybe you can begin now to see how you can bring this intention into the world. Maybe where there was once doubt, you can begin to feel a new sense of hope, a new knowing as you look at the possibilities all around you in this infinite field that flows through you, your own stream of consciousness, connecting you to everything you need at the right time and in the right place. You can begin to realize this intention and notice how that intention can unfold softly and gently in whatever way it's meant to unfold. The steps that you're taking, the questions you're asking, and now the answers that you have, knowing that all that you need is within you. You're connected to that at the deepest levels. It's a stirring of something wakening up. Your own mandala of consciousness is woven in to this field, this quantum field, this infinite resource. And as each time you dive in, go for a swim and experience that feeling of being truly supported, you can float by at any time and find what you need. Find your treasure in this place. And we all have this treasure within us. And you can step in there and use that treasure to begin building your intention for the future, creating that reality, that realization. Maybe already you're beginning to notice the different things that you're doing. Maybe you're beginning to sense a different feeling inside. Or maybe you're even beginning to hear yourself in a different way, realizing that intention, doing things that are new yet feel so familiar, as if you already knew this is what you were to do. And you can integrate that future place. See it now and feel it and hear everything that's around you that's telling you now that this is your intention in your reality in this wonderful place. You are the Mandela of your intention. And begin to feel that spread out from the very center of your being. See it spreading through your entire being, center of your somatic body, all the way aligning your conscious and unconscious mind and indicating changes at the deepest of levels, really integrating it at a molecular level, a cellular level, so it's imprinted in your DNA, maybe switching on DNA from the past that you'd forgotten about. And now you can see that it's there. You can feel that it's there and hear that it's there. You can really connect with it now. Really connect with it. And see that future as part of who you are already. If you thought this thought, then it was already part of your journey, of what you are meant to become. If you thought this thought, you've already put it out there into that consciousness. So it's already happening. And all you're doing now is awakening it at a deeper level and integrating it now into the very center of your being, your consciousness, and the field of consciousness that will conspire to help you now twinkle among a galaxy of stars. And begin to see those changes happening and feel them happening in your future, in your future time, whenever that may be for you. And as the days transform into weeks, and the weeks transform into months, you can begin now to notice the changes, the new experiences, the new connections, and the new neural pathways that have been created that can never be changed now, because this is your intention, your desire. That's right. Really connect with that future that already exists now, in this moment, and in this time, already existing. Excellent. And I'd just like you now to take a moment to make a vow and a commitment to the realization of your intention, to make a vow and a commitment to the realization of the changes you're making now. Make a promise to yourself. I promise that. I promise that I will allow my intention, my desire, to awaken and rise up within me. You make your vow in whatever way feels right and looks right for you. Hear yourself making that vow and that commitment, and really connect with that. Really connect with that commitment. I promise. And as you do this, I'd also like to invite you to give thanks and deep appreciation to all who are supporting you on this deeper path of self-realization. All the resources, all your guides and sponsors. Give them thanks for helping you connect with this deeper path to your own self-realization. Give thanks in your own way. Grazie, merci, namaste. And as you give thanks, take a few moments to simply reflect here now on any new realizations, new connections, new understandings, new awakenings of that inner self. That's right. Allow it all to float. Float all the way back up into your awareness now. Floating all the way up, transforming and integrating new learnings at the deepest level. Becoming aware of your own new connections. And let them float up, all the way up into your conscious awareness. Excellent. And then whenever you're ready, just begin to reorientate yourself, taking some nice gentle breaths in and out, and allowing yourself to come back into this world, back into your body, and wakening up at your own rate and speed. Come back into the world. Welcome back. Coming back feeling rejuvenated and energized in a different way, with some new realizations and feeling good, feeling really good from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And just let that wonderful feeling spread over your entire body and just let it dance on the edge of your skin. So welcome back into the room. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was as always, the generative trances are very intuitive for me, so I tend to just connect in with my centre and with the basic structure in mind, allow my own inner wisdom and my own inner connection to take me wherever I'm feeling guided. So that was really lovely again tonight. And like I say, every week, just kind of go easy on yourself. If you're using a journal to record your experiences, again, I would encourage you to take time out after this if you've got some time to be able to do that, and just take a note of your experiences. And as much as possible, staying out of that thinking mind, because the whole idea of generative trance is to get you out of that thinking mind so that you can centre and align in a different way, and that you're using this as a way of moving beyond problems, beyond issues and stress in your life. The minute we step back into thinking mind, then we get caught up in analysing what's going on for us and trying to figure everything out. You know, we don't need to figure everything out. It's already figured out. What we need to do is to find the time to connect into ourselves so that we can realise what has already been figured out, if that makes sense. That kind of makes sense to me, but I hope it makes sense to you too. So get some notes in your journal and share anything you want with me. Now, I am aware that I have some people signing in via Skype, so if you're dropping in questions, it's a bit more difficult for me to access those questions or comments and feedback whilst online. For those of you who are coming in direct via the instant teleseminar, if you want to put up any questions, feel free to do so just now. I'm going to hang about for the next 15 minutes or so, and I am also going to put the call on interactive, so if you wanted to ask any questions, then please feel free to do so. That's Call Now on Interactive. Now, for those of you on Skype, again, because you're signing in via Skype, it's probably unlikely that I'll hear any questions or feedback that you're sharing with me here. So, so if you've got any questions, then feel free, go ahead, or any feedback. I'm here for the next 15 minutes. Oh, I'm just checking in with my Q&A slide. Nope, and there's nothing there yet. It probably does take a little while for the questions to come through. So whilst I'm waiting to see if anything comes in, just to kind of keep you focused on what we're doing, and I know there's probably one or two new people on here tonight. Each week we're building onto the trance different aspects. So this week what we've added in there was a future orientation, so as that you could realise your intention in that future and access any resources that come to you to help you on that path of your intention, whatever that is for you. Next week we'll be building on this again, and I'll be encouraging you to get specifics with regards to goals or maybe things you feel you're called to do in life. You might want to share that with me beforehand, and we can look at how we can use generative trance to help you realise things at a much deeper level that you feel called to take into the world. And that's what we'll be doing next week. Okie doke. Well, unless there's any questions, I'm going to call. I'll hang around, but I'm going to stop talking and give my poor little throat a rest. I've been a bit croaky through this, and I'll apologise now, because for those of you who'll be listening to the replay, I did manage to mute at some points when I had to cough and clear my throat, but on the YouTube, the chances are you'll probably hear all of that. So anyway, as I say, I'll kind of be quiet for now. If some of you are now starting to leave, I'd just like to say thanks very much, and it was a pleasure working with you tonight. I will still hang around here for the next 10 minutes or so for any questions. Good night, everyone, those of you who are going.